Have you ever felt trapped in the orbit of toxic people, those who spread negativity and quietly erode your inner peace?
Many channels out there talk about simple tips to deal with toxic people, but if you only rely on tips, you are still letting them control the game. The Stoic way is different. We don't just react, we rise above, so they no longer hold power over our minds. In my view, toxic people are like text life gives us. They are unintentional teachers, training us in patience, calmness, and self-control. Without them, perhaps we would never build the mental strength we truly need. So instead of asking, how can I get rid of toxic people? A Stoic asks, what can I learn from their presence? And with that shift in perspective, toxic people lose their power. They become opportunities for growth.
Most of us think there are only two options: fight back fiercely or endure in silence. But the Stoics showed us a third path: to rise above, refusing to let them hold power over our minds. In this video, we'll explore 15 Stoic principles to transform encounters with toxic people into opportunities for growth. Stay until the end, and you'll not only learn how to protect yourself, you'll discover a level of inner freedom that toxic people can never touch. Principle 1. Control what you can control. Epictetus once said, "Some things are within our control, and some things are not." Toxic people often trick us into wasting energy trying to change them. But the truth is, you cannot control them, only your own responses. Example: when a coworker constantly criticizes instead of arguing endlessly, you can choose to stay calm and focus on doing your work well. Principle 2. Intentional silence. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Silence is the best reply to insult." Toxic people thrive on provoking reactions. Each time you stay silent, you refuse to give them control over your emotions. Example: if someone mocks you at a party, rather than snapping back, you simply smile and remain quiet. That silence becomes a shield protecting your composure. Principle 3. Don't accept the poisoned gift. There's an old story. When someone offers you a gift and you refuse it, the gift still belongs to them. Insults work the same way. When toxic people throw harsh words, you can choose not to receive them. Example: if someone calls you useless, don't carry that label into your mind. Leave it with them. It reflects their soul, not yours. Principle 4. Treat them as a test. Seneca advised, "No one becomes strong without facing difficulties." Each toxic person in your life is a test, an exercise to strengthen patience, calmness, and self-mastery. Example: if your boss is often short-tempered, see it as an opportunity to train your ability to remain composed instead of reacting impulsively. Principle 5. Separate the person from the behavior. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When someone does wrong, remember they act out of ignorance of what is good." This mindset allows you to reject the behavior without hating the person. Example: a friend spreads rumors about you. Instead of labeling them as evil, you can see it as they are acting from insecurity within themselves. Principle 6. Anchor yourself in reality. Gaslighters and manipulators often try to make you doubt your own mind. But Stoics remind us, if something outside disturbs you, it is not the thing itself that troubles you, but your judgment about it. To stay anchored, return to your own perception of events. Write things down. Keep a journal. Record your truth before others twist it. Example: if a toxic colleague tries to rewrite what happened in a meeting, you can calmly return to your notes. Facts are your anchor. You don't need their version of reality. Principle 7. Stop trying to change them. One of the greatest sources of suffering is the belief that our patience, our kindness, or our sacrifices will transform toxic people. Epictetus warned, "Do not expect events to happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do." You cannot change someone who does not wish to change, and trying to force it is not compassion. It is control disguised as love. Example: a family member repeats the same destructive behavior no matter how many times you intervene. Instead of pouring endless energy into them, you redirect that energy to building your own peace. Principle 8. Enforce boundaries with action. Words alone are weak currency with toxic people. They test limits, push back, and exploit apologies. Stoics understood that virtue is proven in action, not speeches. Example: if a coworker repeatedly interrupts you after you've asked them not to, don't argue again. Simply stand up, end the conversation, or walk away. Your behavior communicates more powerfully than any lecture ever could. Principle 9. Value peace over pleasing others. The desire to keep everyone comfortable is one of the easiest ways to lose yourself. The Stoics remind us, if you seek tranquility, do less. That includes doing less of trying to please people who drain you. Example: if a relative pressures you for money, you may feel guilt in saying no. But short-term discomfort saves you from long-term exploitation. True peace comes from self-respect, not self-abandonment. Principle 10. Take responsibility only for what is yours. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Toxic people love to shift responsibility, blaming you for their emotions, their failures, even their anger. But you are not responsible for their growth, only your own. Example: if a friend explodes in rage and says, "You made me feel this way," you can calmly respond, "Your feelings are yours, just as mine are mine." You release what doesn't belong to you. Principle 11. Separate the person from the behavior. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, when someone does wrong, remember they act out of ignorance of what is good. When you see the difference between the person and the behavior, resentment loses its grip on you. Example: a neighbor constantly makes snide remarks. Instead of despising them entirely, you recognize they are acting from insecurity and lack of understanding. Principle 12. Turn discomfort into training. Seneca wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." Toxic people are not just obstacles. They are your training ground for patience, composure, and self-mastery. Example: Working with a colleague who constantly complains can become your exercise in practicing positivity amidst negativity. Principle 13. Practice negative visualization. The Stoics had a method called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. This isn't pessimism. It is preparing the mind. Example: before walking into a meeting, remind yourself, someone may criticize me today. When it happens, you are not shocked or angry. You are calm, because you already saw it coming. Principle 14. See them as a mirror. Every time someone irritates you, ask, what in me is reacting so strongly? Toxic people often serve as mirrors, exposing hidden sensitivities, ego, pride, or fear of judgment. Example: if you feel stung by a small insult, treat it as an opportunity to reflect. Why am I giving so much power to a single careless word? Principle 15. Keep responsibility where it belongs. Epictetus said, "No one can harm you unless you permit it." Toxic people love to shift blame, to place the weight of their emotions on your shoulders. But you are only responsible for your own thoughts, feelings, and actions, never theirs. Example: when a loved one says, "You didn't make me happy," remind yourself, their happiness belongs to them, just as your peace belongs to you. In the end, remember this: toxic people cannot steal your peace unless you hand it over to them. These 15 Stoic principles are not just defenses. They are the foundations of an unshakable inner life. If you found this video valuable, please leave a like, share it with someone who needs Stoic strength, and subscribe to Stoic Scrolls so you never miss the wisdom we uncover together. Each week, we turn another scroll of Stoicism, learning how to stay calm, free, and untouchable in a turbulent world.